All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I'm pretty dull. But today what we're going to do is do a little bit of playing. And behind me, as you can see, is the property that drops down to the creek. We got two levels to this property. We have a cluster of alder trees back here. And what I want to do is I want to hang a line in this tree right here. I did some clearing around the bottom of it, took some brush out with a machine and with a saw. And I want to build a zip line. We have some family coming up, and last year I put in a tether ball, put in a few swings and a horseshoe pit. But the zip line is going to hang from, again, this tree right here. So I want to take the smaller tree here out, and the zip line is going to suspend from this tree all the way down to, yeah, it looks like this tree, like maybe right in here. I got some cable. I have a few ideas, so I'm kind of, again, engineering on the fly. Okay, we're back from the store. We got the shortest length I could buy in this was 250 feet. So we got cable for the zip line. I had some older cable, but it had some bad spots in it, so I couldn't use it, unfortunately. So we had to go purchase this. So the first thing we'll do is we'll put a farmer's eye in this. So in order to do that, I need to separate, hopefully without impaling my fingers. So you have 3 on one side and 3 strands plus the core on the other. And you unwrap it about, I'd say maybe a foot and a half. I'm gonna go for 18 inches. And then you just overlap them. And then you go back where you're going to have about I'd say a 6-inch loop. And you got maybe a foot of cable. And then you find out where these overlap each other. You just put those together like so, where they fit back in the same groove. You see how that's starting to fit together again? And how that snaps right in together. You take the opposite side and see how that's coming together again. You just keep working it around. You need help, buddy? We got the grandbaby here today with me, helping out the grandpa. And then after that, I'll just tape this. I'll just make a big old wad of tape in here. Oh, you can pull that yourself, buddy. Yeah. Just pull it. Here, like this. Just pull it. Yep, there you go. You got her. You can pretend you're the dump truck now. Now I'm just going to tape this up just to keep these burrs from getting my fingers. This won't last forever, but it'll help. Now the best thing to do is just have ends pressed on these, but There's no place in town that does that, I guess. They used to. The saw shop used to make cable up for you, but apparently they don't. It kind of shows you that logging is not the main industry here anymore. Okay, so we're going to go to the other end of the property and hang this from the lifting strap, and then we'll just roll it out across the property. You running the dump truck? Mm-hmm. Very good. Oh, there's a dog. Yeah, the leaves are falling out of the trees, huh? You need help. Help for what, buddy? What do you need help with?
Help me, Papa.
Okay. What you got going on over here? What do you need, bud? Yeah, them come off of there if you want them to. There you go. You don't need help, huh? You got this.
Hi, Papa. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Papa.
Hi. Is that you in the camera? You want to help Grandpa roll out this cable? Grandpa's got to go way over there on the other side of the property. Grandpa's got to get this out of the tree. I used this to find out how much cable I needed. Okay, Grandpa's going to go over here and spread this cable out now. This is how we're going to get it tight. This is a cable grip. The way that works is you push in the head of this thing and it opens up, and you can put your cable in there. If that's tight, then you got this part to hold on to, and then you can pull the cable with another cable and get this line tight. So here's how this works, is you run that forward, you hold it with your hand, hold it open, and you just lay the cable inside. There's a little V-notch or a little groove in there. Let's see a little V-notch where the cable runs into. You put it anywhere on the cable. Oop. Let that run tight. Let the spring-loaded part suck it back on the jaw. And so when the harder you pull this piece, harder you pull on this, that bites kind of like a Chinese finger, so to speak. And that will hold an enormous amount of weight. What, bud?
Hi, I saw you. Another one.
Are you speaking English?
See, another one. Another one.
Are you speaking English?
Another one.
I don't know what you're saying.
Another one.
Oh, that's a stick? Okay, what we got is another separate cable altogether. And we have a shackle, a clevis, hooked to the one side of the cable grip. So we have another 5-inch block with the cable wrapped around a tree, a couple farmer's eyes in it, 5-inch block. The other side of this cable is going to that cable grip. Put this clevis in my pocket for the time being. And we put it in this block. Grandbaby's over there loading dump trucks up and hauling dirt. Huh. So there's the cable grip, and here's the pulling line to pull up the cable that we're going to tighten. That's hanging in a 5-inch block. And then the other side, I'll use a pickup or a tractor or something to pull the slack up from this cable. So here's a clear line of sight back this way, so I'll double back, bring a machine or something in here, and where I can pull this cable back. So back over this way is where I'll run the tractor or truck or pickup or something. Oh, the pickup would be the easiest thing to do. Come down this way and hook on to the pickup with the other side of the eye, an eye on the end of that pulling cable, and pull this line up. Are you ready, buddy? So we temporarily have the cable grip here holding the line that goes back to the other side of the property. And I got 150 feet here. And so this is a knob and a choker bell. So I'm gonna go around the tree maybe twice, maybe once. We'll see how it goes. If this doesn't work, I'll have to try something different. Well, the way these work, if you don't know, you take the bell, let it go back down the opposite side of the knob. You go around your tree. I want to make it to where I can adjust it, so I think I'm going to try that other cable grip in assistance with this one. Obviously this cable grip here is holding the line temporarily tight, so I can rig this end up here. And the choker running around the tree is going to make it too loose. So I need to get another cable grip, take up the slack of this one, or when I wrap it around the tree, and I'll probably use this clevis here on another cable grip to make that tight. And I can adjust that cable grip to make that line less tight or more tight. The less tight you have it, you're going to have a lot more sag in it, which is going to slow down the descent and keep people from hitting this tree. So anyways, I got some playing around to do. Got to go back to the house, get another grip. So after a few adjustments back and forth with the cable grip, I got it looks like a pretty good tension on the line clear across. So I haven't tested it yet, so I might have to put more slack in it to compensate, to let this sag a little bit to slow the pulley down as it's coming across here. But I'm gonna get my carcass up there and give it a shot, give it some test runs to see if I can kill myself in the process. Anyway, so the final deal here is dropping a clevis in here on this strap, lifting strap. So I got it just tight enough to where I can just get past this smaller clevis that's running through the block, and that's going to put a couple of inches of sag in the whole line, but I think that's fine. It's pretty tight right now. Okay, I'm going to go put slack in it. I think I'll just leave that in case we have to do something different with this. Okay, here goes nothing. Or everything. Could be the death of me today. Kind of feel like the Wright brothers on their first flight. So far I just got a block, a clevis, and a pipe. And we'll see how it works. Well, I didn't break nothing. I think I get you slow enough on the final approach to this tree that you can put your feet down, but we're going to have to give this a little bit of thought for the kids, because the line won't have as much sag. So I want to make sure that the kids can be able to get their feet on the ground by the time they get to the bottom here. So the other thing I have to do is I just got to tie a rope to the bottom of this to where we can drag it back, so we don't have to keep undoing the block to where it'll wrap around the cable. So I'll rig up a rope at the bottom of this. Well, I think for taller people, gonna need to lift up the other end, make it faster. I need to lift this end here up. Oh, probably about to that limb up there. So I'm glad that I left everything hooked up here to where I can disconnect the clevis here again, raise this strap up, so people's feet aren't dragging the ground on this little incline right here. Okay, so what I ended up doing is I drew it up tight. I ran down that several times, so I got this over here at a higher elevation so the feet don't drag the ground. I think it's going to work out pretty good for the younger kids as well. That way the rope or the cable is going to slow down quite a bit before it gets to the end here. I cut the cable shorter, put a farmer's eye in it, and then hooked to the farmer's eye with a come along. And on the tree side of the come along, I tied into this cable that runs around the tree and drew it tight with a come along. So now the tension is off the cable grip. I cut a length of chain to go between this lifting strap and that farmer's eye. So that's where I'm at now. Kind of working with the materials I have on hand. So these little clevises will fit in this chain. So that's what I got going on with that. So we'll get up there and get busy. I may end up having to take another link out of that chain. I'm not sure yet. That might be perfect. I'm gonna take one more link out. And I just used a 4-inch cutoff wheel for that. I'm gonna have a little more slack with this when I take the come along off of here. And I'm gonna have more slack being taken up when this comes tight on this lifting strap. So I want to get as much tightness as I can here. All right, now I'm going to move the truck in, take the rest of the slack off of the cable grip, and then take the cable grip off and give this thing another try. Well, I think that's okay for that part of it. I'll refine the handle a little bit better. I might make a seat for it. I might change out that block to a smaller block. I don't know. That one seems to be working okay. At any rate, there you have it. On the other side, I've just got a ladder right now, but I might make a platform where you can get up there and grab a hold of the handle. But so it could be a little bit tighter, but I'm going to leave it like that for now, especially if there's younger people going to be running on it. I'll take a look at it. I might be able to tighten it up more with the come along and just leave the come along in place. And we'll go with that. Anyways, more fun for the weekend. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.